Previously on Fortnite Follies, the V2 saga. We are currently 3 for 3. I do much the same thing. I watch the videos while I'm playing games or doing something else. Unless you repeatedly unless you consider repeatedly telling you, oh, do you want to know how much your Pokemon or sports card is worth? Select this app and scan your card so that you can get all the information about it during editing. So yeah, now we have finally made it out of the first volley of shorts. So if I seem louder than usual, I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do about it because my ear is stopped up and I can literally do nothing about it aside from what I've already been doing. Because I was having to endure that while going through it while both recording and editing. Okay, we've already heard it. Let's go on, okay? If the short is well made, I can probably endure it for a bit longer. To me, they are really annoying. I would rather watch a 30-minute video of somebody that I liked than to have to suffer through less than a minute or even at a minute of some rando that I don't even know or care enough about because they're too short for me to effectively do much with. Fireworks, yeah, they can be done into a short, but many other things, it's much harder. Like the aurora up ahead, up above, the snow down below and to the sides, how my mind is wired. So I'm going to try to explain it to you as best as I can. But the more I practiced in Zero Build and the more I learned about it, the better I got. And it got to the point where I'm better at Zero Build than I am at Build. It's typically just boxing myself up like a fish. I think midway through it, because I remember starting out during the Thanos live event, or not live event, game mode. The Thanos game mode, where the Infinity Gauntlet was the mythic item of that season, and so many people were going after it that I literally could not, because I was just starting out, had terrible Wi-Fi, and on top of that, I was struggling even without targeting the Infinity Gauntlet. Because to them I was dead weight. I could not aggressively fight or I was down. Simple as that. So yeah. Still yet, it was still a victory nonetheless. So I guess I could check on my notes. Okay. So I'm not going to say anything right now. But now I know where the speedrun challenge, the speedrun quest, is going to end. From one chip to another. They got their third generation computer chip some time ago, and a majority of them had gotten them at this point. The second generation was made by Carnage, and he has direct access to them via the old vaccine network that the second generation was compatible with. So that meant that they still had the potential to be hacked into by Carnage. Because I know V2 was made by Carnage originally, or actually by his new host. So, yeah, I didn't trust that she didn't have ulterior programming. Now, it is worth noting that I will complete these runs well before the end of this session. Freshly recovering voice from COVID for the next 6 minutes and 20 seconds from the time that this clip started. Because after a certain point, that becomes impossible. Because I've already gone through as fast as I can, and as such, I and as such, I have made it basically impossible to beat my own time. That would be faster than my own fastest time. So, you're about to see that. You're about to see exactly what I'm talking about when I say, at some point, my own fastest time becomes unbeatable. And then just do the last run the fastest I could possibly do. Because, the whole point of the quest is to view quantity over quality. For myself, that I can just watch back whenever I please. Just as long as I use an easy to remember name, which should be easy because I already have the name of this video pre-planned. Now, the question here would be, do I actually go ahead and get the car in question? I'm not so sure. Like, I guess I do go ahead and exit after having completed all those runs, because I very clearly have 55 seconds left, but I'm just sticking on this screen. So I believe that would be the end of the episode. Alright, this will be the first bit of ranked racing that I have done for a while, so we're going to be watching that for a little bit. Which means that now I actually am competing against the others. But not really for the reason of winning. It's really more towards getting the mission done to... Let me look for my notes here. It's really more for the mission to hit boost pads in ranked racing. So when I demolish and get turned around and lose that many places, I'm not really that concerned about it, because unlike Task Force Romeo, which was competing to get a high rank in ranked racing, what I'm doing is simply trying to hit boost pads whenever possible, like those two. Or at least one of those two. I'm not sure if I managed to actually hit the second one, because it looked like I was kind of airborne for a bit. I know I missed another pair because I was going too fast, but yeah, I still have a lingering cough. Yep, and that's exactly what you can expect for a little bit. Anyway, the thing about it is, my hearing problem has for the most part, gone away. Like, I think my hearing has at least mostly been returned to normal. So, at least that is a bonus. So, I know I missed those two boost pads for a fact. Um, so, the reason why I know it's COVID, even though at first I thought and probably said on video that it was the flu. I know I said it was the flu in my in my community post. I can't think for some reason. Anyway, I know I said it was a summer flu in the community post, but that was before I learned one of the symptoms that you can expect with COVID nowadays, which is that aforementioned hearing loss. And I know it's kind of a stretch to really base it off of loss of hearing, because many viruses can do that. And if you have a high enough fever for long enough, that hearing loss can be permanent. I know I know somebody that has a situation like that was caused from a really high fever that was going on for too long. But the thing about it is the I didn't have that type of fever for very at all, actually. I obviously didn't have it for very long because I didn't have it at all. When I took my temperature, my fever peaked at, I think, 102.6, which is still pretty high, but it's not as high as, say, 105. At that point, you're pretty well near dead. And I think I've heard that scarlet fever would be one of those that caused it to get that high. Okay, next race. Alright, so I am not going to be showing y'all all of the races, because not all of the races had boost pads. So this one did. And it's one of the most of them that did. So I'm going to be showing off this racetrack for the boost pads, at least of themselves. So let's go on ahead and get on with it then, shall we? So heading through that checkpoint and that one as well. I hate the lingering cough that you can get from respiratory illnesses. I hate them. But it's something that I'm gonna have to deal with for a little bit. And they can last quite a long time. Those lingering coughs love to hang on for quite a bit. But it's nowhere near as bad as it was. When I made that announcement on my community post, I literally could not talk. I literally could not talk normally. If I had tried to record, you would have noticed a huge difference in my voice. I would have sounded a lot more hoarse. I would have been coughing a lot more often, because at that point my voice was shot. And this came on the heels of having finally finished the Legend of Mirage's Homecoming Marathon. So I'm glad that I at least managed to. I'm glad that Mirage at least managed to be able to do that before he too lost his voice. We all caught it at that time, and it affected all of us the same way. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, there we go. That's the uh that's the news story in a nutshell, I guess you could say. Um, Here I was really messing up when it came to those drifting turns, because somehow I kept losing control and running into walls. Um, and yeah, you could definitely make the case that I am not that well practiced at this anymore. Um, yeah. Alright, next race. So, like with the last two actually, this one does contain boost pads. So, that is my main priority in this and every other track that I have done. Like I said before, any track that lacked boost pads entirely, they did not make it in. Yeah, I cut them completely out. Because I didn't have any challenges in ranked racing that did not include the boost pads or Thrash Mountain, which is most likely the one that I'm going to be going towards next. But the thing about it is the excuse me. The main mission, my main priority, is going to be those boost pads until I get that done. I'm not entirely... It doesn't look like I managed to finish that in this per se. I may have, but I don't have it in my notes. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. So, yeah. In the, at the tail end of this episode, you're going to, be watching something that is, going to look very familiar to you. That is because, for the first time, on this channel, this series is going to be, a crossover between Fortnite Follies and Spellbound Freedom Fighters. You've already seen part 1 of that, so you're going to be seeing part 2 today. So yeah, that's how I'm going to run this. That's how I'm gonna that's how I'm gonna do this. So so I hope you enjoyed V3A8, because you're going to be hearing her again in the exact same way, word for word. So you have that to look forward to. We're gonna be crossing over with we're gonna be crossing over with Spellbound Freedom Fighters again, because the reason why is because we didn't know that that there were some random announcements, random dialogue at the start of the rounds where Natalya was doing her training operations. So yeah, it happened twice, and we just thought that would be the best opportunity for a crossover. But with all that out of the way, I guess we're going to be moving on to the next race soon. Alrighty, time for the next one. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, and go! 34% boost, yikes. Okay, so let's go on ahead and head on over to the next bit here. We're gonna head through this tunnel and hit that boost pad right there. Brilliant. Okay. So I completed what I'm guessing is a daily quest or something. I don't know. Anyway, I missed that boost pad and that one. Okay. Okay, I'm not focused. Okay. That's what this is boiling down to. I'm not focused enough to hit these that consistently, and I am just slowing myself out of it because of that. So time to head on over here and hit these two, and then I'm up here. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy, right there. Now then. Let's head over here. Alright. Missed that. Dang it. Alright. And then hit that one. And then head on over here. Missed that. Yeesh. Alright. So now, let's go on ahead and head on through this checkpoint. Over here, like this. And then, I'm gonna, alright. So just kind of pop this over here. And, head on. Okay. I had no reason to, miss that, boost pad. I'm just being stupid right now. I don't know. I don't know why. So let's go on over here and kind of get over here and overshoot those boost pads entirely. That's brilliant. Okay, last lap. Alright. Okay, hit that boost pad. I think I did. Yeah, I did there. I'm pretty sure. And then I come over here, hit this boost pad. The boost pads don't really give you that big a boost in speed. Compared to the drift boost and the turbo. The turbo hits you with a pretty good shot of speed. And I missed that boost pad and those. Yeesh. Alright. Grab that. Alright. So go down here. And then, there we go, I guess. Alright. So, head on back through here. Alright. Alright. I took that turn a bit too wide. Alright. Ah! Okay. Should I have just jumped earlier? Is that what's happening here? Alright, here we go. 7th place. I don't really care about placement that much. All I care about is how many boost pads I did. And from my analysis, I didn't hit very many, so I'm gonna go ahead and race again. Okay, the next one. Alright. Here we go. So going up here like this, and then we kinda zigzag through here, crossing the steel bridge in the process. Oh, that did it. Haha, that did it. There we go. Ooh. So we got the Metallica wheels. You'll be probably seeing those pretty soon, because as of the time that I'm editing this, I have confirmed exactly where the Metallica wheels will be. And I know I'm following the crowd and doing the same thing as practically everyone else is, but still yet, I mean, come on, it's vehicle mods, guys. It's the new thing of the season, and I don't abuse them like everyone else does. But I do use them. So, yeah, like, I do what the quest tells me to do alongside driving vehicles and putting mods on them. That's the difference between me and those so-called vehicle crankers. Because, honestly speaking, like I said before, I sympathize with both sides. I know that it can get annoying, and it's pretty boring when others decide to retreat when their car takes a lot of damage. But at the same time, I understand where the car crankers are coming from, because for once, we finally have a way to combat the sweats. I have a long-standing rivalry with sweats, because they build like madmen, and they are overall super skilled. I do not have the means to take them down without resorting to what many are calling cheap tactics. So there we go. That's my position. Alright, so this is going to be the final race, and then you will be seeing what I'm talking about here. So, this one, I really love the decor here. Autumn leaves. One of nature's most beautiful shows. Like, they're so colorful. Yellow, red, I think some orange in there. That's the transition period between the green summer days and the nice white winter. This is the transition phase, and it is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look how colorful that is. This is the most colorful season of the year, and I love it for that. Like, you can see from my vehicle and my main outfit, I love it when things are real colorful, because there's so much happening, and it's really if you use the right color combinations, it can be absolutely gorgeous. And I'm the type of guy that likes most colors and most color combinations. Um, if done right, blue and red is a great color combination. But if done wrong, it kinda hurts my eyes. So it has to be done, um, let me just say, like Spider-Man. Okay? Like Spider-Man. That is where red and blue work well. Because, it's separate from each other in a way where it won't hurt my eyes. But if it's red text on a blue background, no.
Scar. But I've yet to meet a wastelander who's been persuaded by a poetic, heartfelt conversation about feelings. I hear she likes cars. Maybe the two of you can find common ground over crushed metal, burned rubber, and going really, really fast.
So that's what the freedom fighters have been up to. Logging to database. Now let's move on to the mission at hand. Initiating training session 5-7. Objective for training operation, eliminating 167 loopers by the end of the fiscal quarter. Remaining time, 45 days. I seem to be struggling to fit through this window. I have observed through drone footage that several members of the 7 reserve forces have hurdled through windows before. There we go. I still can't compute what I was doing wrong, but I finally made it through. Anyway, onwards to the match at hand. Oh, this must be Dummy. I recognize him as having been around during what 4 teams are calling the Score War. Basically, it was a competition between the 4 teams during the time where bounty hunters roamed the land, including the Mandalorian, an armored man with a special sniper rifle and jetpack. Hold that thought. An enemy looper is nearby. Engaging self-preservation protocol. Determining best method of attack. They seem to be half interested in shooting at me, and the other half, at Dummy. I could use that as a weakening tactic. The enemy has made contact with Dummy. Observing the best timing for retaliation. Wait for it. Stand by. Stay hidden, and watch. Both are employing the same tactics: shoot, weave and hide. This could take a while, but good things come to those who wait. It looks like the enemy looper's overshield was damaged shortly ago, but it's since recharged. Is the looper retreating? This could be my chance, because I think they've started retreating. Pursuit in progress. You're not getting away from me. Just rush through one last gateway, and then they're as good as eliminated. Engaging enemy. Enemy neutralized, resuming former conversation. Many Tsukis and Copper Wasps were deployed during that time, and as with my predecessors, I have access to everything that they've uploaded to the Kada Tech servers. The only exception are the Annihilator droids of Galaxy Core, which don't liberally send data to Kada Tech servers. Something about them seems off, more off than even the broken Tsukis. That's the second neutralized enemy. They seem to forget that, even while seemingly lost in conversation, we Arctic destroyers can eliminate them as if we weren't even distracted in the first place. Because we weren't, all things considered. Moving on with the rest of the training session. Heading back to the gas station where I met Dummy. Actually, where should I go? I know exploration and multilingualism is more Dora's area of expertise, but if my training operation calls for exploration, who am I to say no? Did you just try to eliminate me at my most vulnerable? That is a serious offense. You were not getting away after that stunt. I don't take threats to my systems lightly. Now heading over to investigate what weapons were dropped after that enemy's elimination. Something green is up ahead. Can confirm it has a scope. Oh, it's just a mere enforcer assault rifle. Never mind then. Moving on with the rest of the training session. The main reason I am suspicious of the Annihilator droids is because they seem to have something to hide from someone. I hate to admit that I'm also suspicious of the Galaxy Core and of Zeta Beetle for the same reasons. And I'm the friendliest droid in Kada Tech's lineup. Or, at least, I'm part of the friendliest line. The original Tsukis had a malfunction which made them extremely violent. Copper Wasps were made for combat, along with the Destroyer droid. Hold that thought, I've engaged more enemies in combat. Enemies eliminated, resuming former conversations. Ensuki 2.0 was created to track down their violent predecessors. We were created to be friends with our allies, and vicious with our enemies. But the Annihilator droids are enigmatic and secretive. We don't know what they are, how advanced they are, nor if